up? I'm Jacob from MindEqualsBlown. I'm here with Mark Rose.
Hey guys.
So you released your new EP a few weeks ago, Sound of Turnaround.
Yeah.
How's that been going in terms of playing the new songs live? And
I'm loving it because the day it came out was the first day of this tour with JT. So for me, it's like I haven't had time to sit at home and stare at the internet yet, which I'm sure I'll do when I get home. But, it's getting out there and playing it all night, which has been, it's been awesome for me. I'm really excited about the new tunes in general. And it was, it's just an EP, so it's just 4 new songs. And I have a lot of material written because I released my first full album in 2011 called Wonderful Trouble. And that process was such a long one for me, being my first full record, that from when that thing went into production to right now, it's been quite a bit of time. So as somebody who writes a lot, I have a lot kind of, a lot demoed and a lot up here and a lot, just in general. So it feels good to get some new stuff out and to play a couple of those songs every night. And so I'm very happy so far.
All right, cool. So is the EP kind of like a stepping stone to a full album? Like, are these songs going to be a part of it, or is it going to be
maybe
similar style and
I think
out there?
It's well, we took a slightly different approach on this EP from a production standpoint. I actually did a lot of the engineering myself and one of my good buddies, Soren Peterson in Chicago, who previously had done a lot of my pre-production on my full lengths and on my demos in the past. And instead, I had him engineer this record with me. So, singing in my own apartment was cool. Weird hours, kind of spacing it out instead of being a condensed studio effort. And yeah, the tunes, they range from the full band stuff all the way down to a little bit more just me and a guitar. And I think that's a product of the past 2 years. I've done a lot of touring with just the acoustic guitar. So I do love having a band, and I look forward to getting them out on the road more too. But in the meantime, I think that led me down a certain path for this particular EP. And yeah, it's leading towards a full length for sure. I mean, I don't think it'll be in motion for a little while unless something crazy comes up and I need to get it going sooner. I expect to be out on the road this whole calendar year and supporting the EP and the full length before I, get back in the studio. So
awesome. Are you thinking you're going to go with a similar sort of, studio approach? You said it was a little bit different this time
It was
around.
different. I don't really know yet. I guess it depends on how, the process goes during the demoing for these tunes. I kind of think, now more than ever with with technology being what it is and being so available for home recording and stuff, I think I don't want to kid myself into thinking that I can do all of it, because I work with some really great people that is what they do, and I trust their ears and their ideas, and it's cool to collaborate with other people too. So I like to be involved, and this was my first chance to kind of be involved. So now that I've gotten it a little bit, now I just want to be more involved. So we'll see. I don't really know yet. One of my favorite things about doing the solo material is that I collaborate with a bunch of different players, different drummers, different guitarists, different keys players, and I kind of have my go-to guys that for like live shows and for studio work. But it's been a great experience for me as a musician to surround myself with players that are just lights out good. So I want to learn from them, as much as I can, and hear what they think about what I'm doing.
Awesome. So you said that you bring the same sorts of people around whenever you have the band. You play a full band, kind of a live show. Mm-hmm. Are those the same people that, you said you work with a lot of people, but are those the people that kind of work with the recording process as well?
Some of them are the same, yeah.
Okay.
And it depends. Like, I haven't done much full band touring in the past year and a half, 2 years. It's been a lot of acoustic touring, and that's mostly because I'm so mobile with just a guitar, and the songs do shine through with just a guitar, and my expenses are lower, and I can get out to more places quicker. Mm-hmm. The full band is a lot of times in Chicagoland or festivals or college gigs, depending on all that stuff. But I look forward to getting them back out there, because I know a couple of the guys in particular are just waiting for me to say, let's go do it. Yeah. But they all have other projects too. Okay. Nobody's a full-time member, but at the same time, there's been a couple go-to guys that are pretty much always playing with me. So, for their sake, I won't call them full-time members, but in my mind, they practically are.
Yeah, it's there for the comfort and,
right.
Having somebody you can rely on.
Yeah.
So how does, the process of writing and recording for the solo project, you've been doing it for a few years now.
Yep.
How does that compare to what you did in Spitalfield?
Well, the biggest difference is that I have complete control now. And that's good and bad. It's good because it's exciting, for me to just really get my ideas fleshed out. But I mean, there was something about collaborating with those guys that made the band what it was, and I miss that for sure. I miss just going to band practice and jamming out new ideas. And I think the band, from when we first started, when I was a sophomore in high school, to when we broke up, it was almost 10 full years, and evolving with those guys and going through all the things we did, the highs and lows, the records, the recording processes, the touring, member changes, etc. I think that was a collection that made us who we were. So now I'm kind of on a journey to find who I am, and I feel like I'm starting to get there based on 250 plus solo shows, and it's starting to make sense to me now. I think the first thing I did when the band broke up was kind of go a different way. Almost overcompensate for not having them anymore by doing something super chill, super mellow. And then there's this guy, ladies and gentlemen, Raul.
I need to run a credit card, man, and people have to leave.
You had some honey in your voice tonight, Raul. Well, this is just unprofessional.
This is for you. It's for you. It's money
well,
for you.
I appreciate that.
And they gotta leave.
There you go, buddy.
Because we got people.
Up on top, that's for you.
Carry on.
That was JT Woodruff, who I'm on tour with right now. You can catch JT singing in the band Hawthorne Heights and moonlighting as a solo man. A solo singer-songwriter man.
An individual on his own.
Yeah.
But, okay, so I guess without interruption, that's a good time to transition into this tour and
Sure.
kind of how that came about. Because I think that it's a pretty unique setup having, both of you on stage at the same time, switching off, not really playing together, but
Right.
it definitely feels collaborative. You have like little accents
Yeah,
to each other's
we
songs.
play together a little bit here and there. We got the idea for this based on something I did this past summer. It was called the Beast Friends Forever Tour. Maybe we should shut that door. The Beast Friends Forever Tour was with myself, John Walker, and Lucas Carpenter, who are two of my best buddies. And the three of us got in my minivan and, played 35 shows together over the summer. And, from day 1 to day 35, you could just see how we kept adding more and more things to each other's songs. Yeah. And we actually had JT play our Chicago date. He was passing through. I think he was going to see The Boss in Chicago. And we had him open that up, and he was like, we talked about doing this tour, and he mentioned, he's like, I kind of like that. It's cool, like to alternate songs and to, kind of feed off each other's energy and be able to have a conversation in front of people on stage about what you're doing and where you've been and where you're going, rather than just doing a full set, then the next band, then the next guy, a full set, then the next thing, It's just fun. And that way everybody gets to know everybody else's fans,
Yeah.
JT and I first toured together, of course, with Hawthorne Heights and Spitalfield, and we did like U.S. tour, a couple of U.S. tours, and we went to Europe together. And then in 2010, we did our first solo run together called the Never Say Decaf Tour, which was not too long. I think it was maybe like 14 shows or something. And here we are a few years later, and it's kind of like we keep coming back to each other because, we're both Midwest guys who love drinking coffee and playing music to anybody, anywhere. So that's the whole point of this tour, playing music to anybody, anywhere. We're doing private fan shows, public fan shows, cafes, normal club shows, bar shows, college shows. It's all across the board, and we're doing 31 of them in 26 days, which is tiring. I'm kind of shocked I'm still singing and speaking okay.
So the coffee's fine.
Or I guess the singing okay is all objectionable. Someone's like, no, you're not. But
it's fine.
I'm hanging in there. Yeah.
Cool. Where do you go from here? What's the next plan after this tour?
Yep. When I get home, I will take at least a full week off and watch the Super Bowl with my friends. But in the bigger picture, I'm definitely going to be doing weekend trips and one-offs. I'm heading down to South by Southwest this year, which will be fun. And I'm hoping to be out all spring and summer, so I'm working on all that as we speak. So I don't really want too much downtime. When I am home, I'm happy to see my friends and family because I do miss them quite a bit. But with the new EP and all of the excitement that I have moving forward with my new material, I expect to be out there as much as ever. So that's my goal.
Okay, with South by Southwest, are you playing, or are you just kind of going down to check out the scene?
Both. I will be playing, but to me, South by Southwest, playing is part of it, but being there is the other part of it. So get some barbecue, network, see a bunch of friends, like old friends, make new friends, walk around. I mean, it gets nuts.
That's what I've heard.
Got to keep myself, in control when I'm there.
You got to stay weird. It's Austin, right?
That's right. That's right.
So, with the summer, you said you have, a few ideas. Have you considered
Ideas,
doing
yeah.
like the acoustic basement stage at Warped Tour? Is that something that you've thought about?
Well, it's been brought up to me by a number of people that I've been talking to, and I would absolutely do it if I got the offer to do it. So I think it would be fun to reconnect with some of my older fans that may have grown up a bit, and it would be unique to do something like that based on the type of touring I've been doing.
Yeah.
So I'm an open book right now. Full band, trio, just me and a guitar. I'll do whatever.
So I guess, is there anything else that you want people to know about?
Not really. I mean, if you like the tune that I just played, you can. My music's everywhere. MarkRoseMusic.com will direct you to my Facebook page, also Mark Rose Music. My online store, iTunes, Amazon, all that. Everyone knows the drill.
Yeah.
We have too many social media sites this day
Or maybe
and
not
age.
enough.
Or maybe not enough.
MySpace is coming back. New MySpace.
I heard that. Well, I'm glad I didn't delete mine, but I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, so thanks for coming out tonight. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Thank you.
And thanks for making it this far into my interview, and I hope you enjoy the tunes you hear.